Thank you everybody for being here today and everyone joining us in attendance and watching us stream live here around the world. I'm Christina Poncher. I'll be taking you through today's press conference today for our spectacular World Championship event going down at Madison Square Garden. We are very excited to be back here, the mecca of boxing, and on what should be a spectacular St. Patrick's Day weekend. So just wanted to give you some information about our card. There are still some tickets available. If you're in the New York area, you can go to the box office here at Madison Square Garden, any Ticketmaster outlet, Ticketmaster.com, or charge by phone. There are still some select tickets available, not very much. So before today's over, head on over or get online and buy some tickets. The event is going down tomorrow, as I mentioned. St. Patrick's Day here from Madison Square Garden. The telecast will begin at 8 p.m. local time on ESPN, ESPN Deportes, and streaming live on the ESPN app. We will be featuring some of the great undercard talent, some that you'll see up here on the stage that we'll be talking to momentarily. Their fights will be streaming live at 5:30 local time, so you can log on to the ESPN app, watch some of the talent on the undercard if you're stuck in traffic or you're not in the area, and then tune on over to the main ESPN channel or ESPN Deportes at 8 p.m. local time. The features that will be on the ESPN broadcast will open up with Alexander Gvozdyk taking on his opponent Mehdi Amar. They will be fighting for the interim WBC light heavyweight title fight. That fight is also a title eliminator, so a lot on the line there. And then in our main event, USA Olympian Jose Ramirez will be taking on Amir Imam. That is going to be a fantastic fight for the WBC super lightweight title. And then a special attraction for you will feature Michael McConlin back here for his return at Madison Square Garden a year today, pretty much since his pro debut on St. Patrick's Day. So we got a lot of great fighters for you on the undercard and on the main event. But first, before we get started talking to the fighters, there's a couple familiar, very, very familiar faces up here at the center of the stage. One holding some flags and the other in Mr. Bob Arum. Bob, I'm gonna come to you first for some opening comments just on our card in general, and then we'll get to promoting another event here with Don King. So Bob, I know you're excited about being back here for a spectacular St. Patrick's Day weekend.
Thank you, Christina. And I want all of you to look up on this stage, see all of these fighters. And the thing that should really stick out the most is they come from all over the world, all kinds of ethnic backgrounds. 3 young men from Puerto Rico, all suffered greatly during the storm and hurricane that racked the island of Puerto Rico. They're here. They're going to show the great fighters they are, and I welcome them to New York, into this card. We have a light heavyweight fight matching the pride of Kharkov, Ukraine, Alexander Gvozdyk, and a young man representing France from the great city of Marseille. A terrific super lightweight championship between Amir Imam and the Central Valley of California's own Jose Ramirez. And of course, why we're here today really on celebrating St. Patrick's Day on Saturday night, the pride of Ireland, Mick Conlon. This is a tremendous card, and it should be a lot of fun. Now you see, Don King, who's sitting on my left, has a big picture of the man who unfortunately is President of the United States. I'm here with a red cap that says pro-immigrant and proud, and I really dedicate this card. To the dreamers, particularly, who deserve a pathway to citizenship because they are contributing greatly to this country, and to the immigrants who came here illegally, who worked their whole lives in the fields, picking the produce that fed people in the United States and around the world. We have to find a way to give these people the pathway to citizenship as well. We are all immigrants, and America's strength is from the immigrant community, and we have to find a way to integrate all of these people into what is a great country, the United States of America. I'm not going to preach it.
All right.
Bells are wonderful. I mean, Don and I are both grateful, I'm sure, to get the bells. But again, I win. I got me.
I agree. It's just a figment of his imagination. Yeah, everything he thinks he can do, that's what makes me do it. So it's always the same. This is Lonesome Bob.
So Don, it's interesting being on stage with these two guys because Don King was my very first promoter.
Talk to him.
But Bob Arrow was the one who exposed me to the world.
All right. If you had not been there, you would not have got a chance to expose it.
The adjective exposed is correct because I launched her by having her do the centerfold in Playboy magazine.
There we go again. Stormy Daniels, the world is coming to the end. We're talking about a Stormy Daniels with my president. So it's the same thing. He switches the thing.
Not the same. Not the same.
Way of thinking. But I love her, so I'm happy for whatever it is that we brought her here. She came, she saw, she conquered. And if she did it with him, great, because he's a magnificent player of the system.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Craig. Thank you,
Thank you,
Mia.
Thank you all. Thank you, Bob.
You get to keep
And
that.
Mauricio.
Comments that you've heard so far.
I just want to say I'm very, very thankful for the opportunity. It's definitely a blessing for me to be able to fight here for my first world title here at the Mecca of boxing here in New York City. To be able to showcase my talent in a whole different, crowd. It's part of becoming a superstar. It's part of growing as a fighter. It's part of growing as an entertainer. And I can't wait to showcase my talent on Saturday. Against Amir Imam. Me as a fighter, I signed up to fight against the best fighters in the world. Making it through the Olympics, I know that my experience and my talent, my skills are there enough for me to become a world champion. And not just a world champion, but to make a big statement in the 140-pound division.
Bob, we know that Jose fights for so much more than just himself and his family. He's been very vocal about the fight for water from where he's from and has been able to raise a ton of money there. But Jose's a special kind of guy because he not only represents and fights for his family like everybody else does, but a lot is on the line every time Jose steps into the ring. And you can speak to that with our fights in Fresno and what they're doing there.
Right, and we're going up, I'm going up with my friend Manuel Cunha, who's sitting out in the audience, and Jose, and I promise you in November, we're going up to the Central Valley and we're getting rid of all these Republicans like Nunes and McCarthy. They're all gone.
Well, you believe that, he's got a right to see it. That's what I like about America. But first, let me say hello to mi hermano, Enrique Nieto. That's our Presidente of Mexico. And from the days of Hidalgo in 1815, when he said Mexicanos, Viva Mexico. So, he got to be a long way to get would be in Mexico. I was born in Texcoco, you know what I mean? So it's a difference of what he's saying. They promise us everything, they give us nothing. So let him talk, but don't listen to nothing he's saying, you know what I mean? Because he's only out there to delude you and take you off your focal point of being free, justified, liberty, equality. That's what we're fighting for. Viva Mexico! Viva Mexico!
And I'll pay for your airfare to Washington. You can sit with your friend Donald Trump and say those things to him.
Viva Mexico! That's all right. Don't worry about it. Hey, mi hermano, Enrique Nieto, el presidente.
I know you're not a big talker, Jose. You like to do your talk in the ring, but go ahead with what you wanted to say.
Again, I feel very blessed. I want to thank God. I want to thank my team. I want to thank Bob Arum and the whole Top Rank staff for believing in me and believing in my skills. I definitely want to thank my family for all the support. I started boxing when I was 8 years old. I've been boxing for 17 years in the sport of boxing. So I had 17 years to prepare myself for this moment Saturday night. And I hope to showcase my talent at my best, and I hope Amir Imam brings the best out of him to bring the best out of Jose Ramirez. And listening to Don King and listening to Bob Arum, but mainly listening to Don King, the way he speaks, it makes me feel like, wow, I made it, you know? I made it all the way to New York. I made it in boxing.
You have made it, and you've made it to a world championship fight at the Mecca of Boxing and on ESPN. So with that being said, I'd like to thank everybody.
Bye. A lot of pictures.
Right, let's do Jose and I'm back.
Do it, just do it. John, you can do together first. Come here, step in.
Go forward, right?
Thank you.
Mike, can I have Amir and Jose hold the end, please? Amir, hold one end, Jose the other. Straight to the cross. There we go. What's up, baby? Two legends right there. I know, man. Interview him take like an hour.
You going to Saturday?
Nah, I couldn't get in.
Alright. Hey. I'll be there though.
Oh, you want the face off? Yeah.
It's gonna be a good fight though.
Should be good. Should be good.
It's a war right there.
Viva Mexico!
Don King gonna let him out the cage.
Easy work.